guys, it's Siobhan. I'm here with another video for you guys. We are going to talk about these brushes. Alright, enough of that. So I have the Real Techniques brush. We have the new e.l.f. brush. It is a little dirty because I have already used it. And we have the Morphe M460 brush. So we are going to get talking about these brushes. Alright, so these are some of the new contouring brushes that have came out with some of these companies. Let's start with the most expensive one. This is the Real Technique one. This one I thought was beautiful. I think that's why I liked it more probably than the others, because of how sturdy it feels. I don't feel like when using it the brushes or the hairs on the brush are going to come out very, as I'm using it or washing it over time. This one is not as compact, I feel, than the others. It's very, very soft. And then we'll go to the middle priced one. This one I have used. The Real Technique one I have not used yet. I might do some testing on camera. We'll see. But this is the Morphe brush M460. They do have quite a few different other colors. I think it's a gunmetal one. That one was out of stock when I ordered it, so I just went on and got this one. This one is probably my ultimate favorite brush right now. The hairs is very compact. That's how I like it. I like it to feel very thick and sturdy. So as I'm using it, I don't feel like it's going to have my makeup everywhere other than where I want it placed. I really like the flat top ones because you can, get right up in those creases as you want. I did use this. It got makeup completely over it and it cleaned it very well. Can't even tell that it was used, but that is that one. Then we have the e.l.f. This one was the cheapest. It is their new brush line that they came out with. They came out with two other ones, which I did get also. This one is a little dirty. I did clean it. I cleaned it a few different times and didn't go back white quite well. But this one is okay. I don't know if you can see the hairs that are coming out. After using it, the hairs came out a little bit. I actually just took some scissors and kind of clipped them instead of like pulling them out. So that's kind of worked. It does feel pretty sturdy. I think sturdier than their other brushes that they have. But it's not as compact with hairs as the Morphe one. I don't know if you guys can see. This one is a little bit more thicker than the other. So again, this is why this one is my favorite. This one I believe on e.l.f. is $6. I don't think that it's in Target yet, or I think now they're selling them in Walmart, Old Navy, so I haven't seen them in the other stores yet. This one was $13 on Morphe.com. I will put the link down below. And this one was $25. And I got this at Ulta. Didn't realize my husband put it in the bag, but we ended up getting it anyways. So, yeah. Now, if you are a beginner, I say stick with this one. I mean, $6 is not much. Maybe you'll catch it on sale, but a beginners definitely go with this one. This can be for a beginner, intermediate kind of person, or someone who is extremely experienced. I really like this one. It blends very, very, very well. This one, I feel like if you really want this because of how pretty it is, then definitely go and get it. It was $25. It is, I guess it is worth the price. Again, I haven't tried it out yet, but it's how it feels. It's worth the price. So, yep, that's it for these brushes. And if you want to stay tuned, I will be doing some swatches and showing you how well these brushes blend in. Right. So with these brushes, I found that the e.l.f. one, I think does better with powder versus a liquid when needing to contour. So I'm going to show you guys on camera. This is just some LA Pro Concealer. So put some on my arm. So here's the e.l.f. brush. Just gonna show you guys. So that blends pretty well. Not too bad. And here is the Morphe brush. So this one is like much more smoother than the e.l.f. So on this side I did the e.l.f. I blended the concealer. And on this side I have the Morphe brush. I think this one does a little bit better with the blending. And I'm going to do just a little more. I'll do that one right there. It's about the same color as my skin, it looked like. Alright. And we're going to do the Real, there we go, Real Technique brush. This one feels really good. It doesn't, maybe I had a brush that feels like really scratchy. This one is very, very soft. The hairs are a little bit out of place. I don't know if it can focus on it. But to see the hairs in the brush that are kind of out. So out of focus. Okay. But this is the Real Technique. There we go. This was the Morphe here, and this is e.l.f. Alright, so out of all the brushes, I'm going to say this one probably blended a little bit better. That was the one that was inside the arm here. This one did really good blending in. It was very soft. It was liquid. I feel like powder would be just as good with this brush, but it did really, really good with liquid. The e.l.f., my preference is going to be with powder. I feel like with liquid, because it's not many hairs in this brush, it's not really compact and really thick enough to hold the liquid, that I would say you would want to do powder. I mean, it's to each their own, whatever your preference is, but I think this one does really good with powder versus the liquid. This one, I think you can do either or, similar to the Real Technique one. You can do liquid or powder. It holds the liquid very well to be able to get it blended in to where you're not sitting there forever trying to get it in there. So overall, my top one, I want to say the Morphe brush is probably my ultimate favorite. Then the Real Technique, then the e.l.f. I like e.l.f. because, you know what, when you're on a budget and you need to go and get, you know, a nice contour brush, that's probably the one you're going to get. If you can afford to, you know, hash out $25 for one brush, then definitely go with this one. But, yep, I hope overall you guys kind of get the gist of these brushes and you can see which one that you like the best. And talk to you guys later in another video. Deuces.